Hi, welcome to Part of My Frenchie. This is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. Today's topic is going to be on old age in the workplace. When did that happen? When did being over 40 become being old in the workplace? I just learned a new word this past week. It's called ageist. Never heard of it. Probably because I don't get offended by anything. So it came up in a topic that um, that's a thing. And I looked it up and it said anybody above the age of 40 can be discriminated by age. And then part of me thought, how is over 40 old? And I thought, well, shoot, I'm over 40 and I don't feel old. So, with the help of Rosie here, she's dressing up as my little old friend today, and Lola is helping out as well. But yeah, it kind of perplexed me. And then it also had me thinking that where I currently work, which I love dearly, I'm probably the fourth oldest on the team. There's four more people that are a little bit older than me, and everybody's younger, which is great. I love everybody on the team, and I want to see everybody flourish. But I never considered myself old. um, and then the more I thought about it, when I looked back to when I was in my 20s, the work environment was really different compared to the way it is now. And talking to other people that are in their 40s or above, they agree. Starting out when I was in my 20s, I was getting on a train every morning, um, going to a job in Chicago. I would get up and be on a 6 o'clock in the morning train to get off and walk about almost a mile to work in the rain, the sleet, the good weather, the bad weather, and never complained once. I never took what they call now mental health days, and I was mortified if I had to call off for a day. If I was late, that didn't happen because I was scared to death to be late. And if I wasn't yelled at on a if I wasn't yelled at that day, that usually meant my boss was off. I was a paralegal and I worked for attorneys that were very strict. But looking back, I learned the most from them. I didn't have an HR department to run to. There were several days that I left crying, but I never let them see it because I wanted to move ahead. And yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, well, isn't it good that things change, Jen? I like to say yes and no, because those experiences for me back then, I believe made me stronger as a person. It taught me work ethic, on top of the work ethic that my parents had already instilled in me. I always saw my mom and dad go to work. They were always on time. They never called off. They were good, hard workers. Um, but then going to a place where I literally had to prove myself, nothing was handed to me. I didn't expect an Atta Girl. I didn't expect a gold star. I went in, I did my job, and I actually looked to the people that were 40 years old and up because those were the wise old owls that they had been through it all. They had seen it all. Those were the people that I looked to get their insight. Those were the people I wanted to be. And back in those times, you couldn't even get close to a shot at a position like that. You had to earn it. You had to work your tail off to earn things like that. And so, yeah, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. I think sometimes that when things are too easy, you don't grasp too much. You don't, you know, you want to enjoy your life. And my motto is always, I never want somebody to come into work and hate their job. Because there was many times I went to my job and I hated my job and I hated that, or I hated waking up and you didn't want to go to your job. So I never want anybody to be that way. But I also want people to be able to take constructive criticism in a nice way. You have to be able to take constructive criticism and able to learn, to grow. I always like to say that where I worked, they taught me how to, when life hands you a shit sandwich, to take it, move on, get over it. Life doesn't care about your feelings. And that's very true. Life doesn't care. Do your job, do it well, go home. That's how you prove yourself. And so I think that's part of the thing that kind of baffles me sometimes, is because honestly, there's not that a lot that offends me. That's why I didn't know about this ageist thing. I had no clue that they even existed. Because, yeah, call me old, whatever. Yeah, I don't know how to do a lot of the modern technology thing. That's fine. Who cares? I could care less. Call me this, call me that. Fine, whatever. But one thing I can say is that I am in no way ashamed of being over 40 years old, close to 50 years old. I mean, the things that I have done with my life so far are amazing. I mean, I've had children, I've owned houses, I have cars, I've written books. I've made a lot out of my life, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and that's part of growing. And I've had a lot of bad things happen to me, and I've had a lot of good things happen to me. But I wouldn't be, if I was stuck in my 20s, I wouldn't have had all these great things happen to me. So yeah, if you're in your 20s, you can go and, yeah, hey, she's an old lady. Yeah, great. But you know what? This old lady's seen a lot of shit, and she's happy with her life. She can't wait for the next 20, 30 years because she's got a lot more shit to do. Pardon my Frenchie. But that's the truth of the matter. I have so much more that I've got going on here, and I've got so much more wisdom. But the cool thing is too, is that, yeah, I do work with a lot of younger people, and I love being able to show them that not to sweat the small stuff, that when life knocks you down, get up, because it only makes you stronger for the next situation. That's the beauty of life. Get up. You can always get up. When you don't get up, that's where the fucking problem is. You gotta get up. Get up. Move on. But yeah, I may not ever get the whole modern technology thing. To be honest, I'm shocked I got all this shit going on. I'm trying. That's the best I can do. And, that's being 100% transparent. I love this. This is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do YouTube videos and podcasting. And that's what I'm doing. That's my new adventure right now. So here it is. I want to get the word out there, and I want to, show my love for the world, because I love people. And if I can help one person, if I can make one person feel good today, then I've done my job. I've completed my mission for the day. But guess what? It's not going to stop me. So whether I sit here at 48 years old or if I sit here at 98 years old, that's all right. Because you know what? A lot of people don't make it. A lot of people don't make it to their 40s, and a lot of people don't make it, through their 20s. So no matter where you are in life, be blessed to be where you are. And that's all I got to say about that. But again, this whole ageist thing, don't let that stuff bother you. And nobody should be discriminating against anybody. Young people appreciate old people, or older people. Older people appreciate younger people. There's a lot of new ideas that younger people have. And younger people seek the advice of older people because they've been through all the shit you're going through right now. We've seen it. We've been through it. You know, we've been there when we've gotten our first houses. We've been there through tax season, through everything, through breakups, through a lot of rotten things, car accidents, and all that stuff. Ask us. We're here. We're here to help, and it's a comfort to know. Don't shut us down because we don't know how to do, you know, an Excel spreadsheet. You know, it's not the end all be all. So everybody should love everybody is what I'm trying to say here. No discrimination. My poor little dog, her little wig's falling off. She's only 2 years old. Here's my Lola here. My Lola, she's 9 years old. She's a good girl too. But till next time, you don't have a friend, you got one now. Everybody love everybody. Don't worry about hating on anybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Again, if you don't have a friend, you got one now. Take care. Bye-bye.